A famous Chinese legend, Mulan is a young girl who takes her father's place to repel a Mongol invasion. The tale was made into a cartoon by Walt Disney in 1998 with some success. With the current policy of live-action adaptation and the increasing weight of the Chinese market, it was a given Disney would get back to Mulan. Despite controversies regarding the anti-democracy movement in Hong Kong made by some of its cast, and the coronavirus outbreak, the film has finally been released and the final result is a mixed bag. If we can't deny there have been some serious work put into the production, with a clever casting, beautiful landscapes, and a sleek artistic direction, Niki Caro's films seriously lack energy and passion to fully satisfy its audience. It also falls quite often in the trap of cultural misrepresentations on Orientalism and express badly its feminist intentions.
We're going to make men out of every single one of you.
To see more films and better ones on the subject, the best is to turn to the cinema of the different China. Here are 5 films who, if you liked Mulan, will allow you to dig deeper in this genre. Surprisingly, Mulan has not been adapted for the silver screen that often. To have a more local perspective of the story, you can watch the 2009 version by Jingle Ma. Mulan is played by Vicky Zhao, the love interest in Shaolin soccer. The film managed to make the disguise of the main character credible and to describe a convincing war-torn China. If the film drags down in its second half, it is still a pretty good alternative to the Disney version. Another adaptation made in mainland just a few months before the release of the American one, Matchless Mulan, is also worth checking thanks to its better fight scenes and a more convincing depiction of the events and time period. Women have long been at the forefront in wuxia, the Chinese swordsman films. To have a good example of that, you can check Come Drink With Me, directed by King Hu in 1966. Golden Swallow is the nickname of a formidable swordswoman looking for her brother, a government official who has been kidnapped by bandits. The film was a breakthrough for its director, King Hu, and its star, Cheng. The young Shanghai native makes for a very convincing swordswoman with great resolve and a lot of grace during the fights. If Mulan is a famous Chinese legend in which a woman fights a Mongol invasion, there is another one, as famous, in which it's the woman of a whole family who takes up arms to push back the invader. The legend of the 14 Amazons have been adapted on the silver screen a few times as well, but the most impressive one is without a doubt the 1972 Shaw Brothers version. This epic film has some of the biggest female stars of the time and pile up bravura moments for a very entertaining result. If you want something more modern and ambiguous, why not watch Siu-Tung's Swordsman II, in which the Taiwanese superstar Brigitte Lin is Asia the Invincible, an ambitious and dangerous fighter which the training in a secret kung fu technique makes him androgynous. The film is the peak of the Hong Kong neo-wuxia, a time period during which the city film industry was churning out tens of swordsman films with hysterical narration, aerial fights and ultra-charismatic characters. If you like to see action women but you are not fond of period settings, Hong Kong and Chinese cinema have you covered, having produced many films in the modern settings well before Wonder Woman became trendy. Thus, you can check the Girls with Guns films, cop and gangster actioners with women as the lead, which was initiated in Hong Kong during the mid-80s and made a young Michelle Yeoh a star. The film which started the trend was Yes Madame, in which Michelle Yeoh is a Hong Kong cop teaming with a British female inspector to bring a crime lord to justice. Aside from the natural charisma of its two heroines, it is mostly the impressive action scenes which leave the strongest impression on the viewers, especially the amazing final during which the two women annihilate an army of gangsters with their kicks and punches.